No, Jen and I, we've done some stuff together, but I don't know if anybody saw it. I just feel like we've just done like a million benefits and some concerts and stuff, right?
And
That's
didn't
right.
the three of us do?
Yeah, we all did
the,
that. We all did that reading of 12
the
Angry
reading.
Chicks playing
It
jurors.
was 12 Angry Men, right? But it was all women cast, which was awesome. Kathleen Chalfant, and
Yeah, it was-
Bose. It was stacked.
I swear I've worked with Anne on a workshop or something. I swear I have, and I'm gonna figure this out. I don't, or you've just been like a friend in my head forever. Because
Well, I've seen you on stage
Yeah.
so many times.
Yeah. Okay, but I
so
know
we've met.
we've definitely met. But I feel like we did something that no one will ever see. Like I don't know. Like I feel like we've done something that no one will ever see. Like
I mean,
it was
it's possible.
one of those quick things, you know.
Because as I get older, like I was just saying to my husband, like I used to be able to remember everybody's name and the character they played in every show I ever did. And now it's just like sometimes I look at somebody and go like, super familiar. No idea.
Did we go to high school together?
Are you a fan? I just hug. I used to. I would hug everyone.
Hug everybody. Yeah, of course.
And my friends would be like, "You are hugging fans. You don't know that person. You don't know who that is. You just."
But they appreciated it.
Yeah, you say, it's so good to see you.
Yeah.
You.
Yeah. How are your people? How is everyone?
Well, I live like basically in Times Square, and actually I muted my sound because there's horses like that go down my street. So it like reminds me of where I am. I just hear like the horse and buggies, even though I know that they're not good and it's not, but the sound, and I'm like looking at the animal rights activists. I know they're not good, but the sound is like so New York to me at this point. I'm like, oh, there's a carriage going by, and it's like it just reminds me of like the olden days.
Yeah, that's
sweet.
Yeah, it's like very odd to be sitting in like your New York City apartment and hearing like cluck, 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 like just a trotting horse. But there's something really magical about it.
I mean, I think for me, the sound that always made me think this is Broadway or this is what this means is like when you hear the orchestra tuned up, you know, just the concept of like a whole bunch of different instruments tuning up at the same time. That is what I really miss.
I love the old school, just the overture. I love an overture. I love hearing brass. I love hearing, you know, the orchestra telling us what the soundscape is going to be for the night. I just get excited by that. Whether it's, you know, an electric guitar.
What happened to them?
Well, they're a little
Nobody writes them anymore.
No, they do. They do.
Who does?
I've been in new shows with overtures.
All right.
You know, I mean, whether they get done on the Broadway is completely.
Yeah, I love that. It's also like we're going to be around for a while. Like there's something kind of bold about writing an overture, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, get cozy. This is what we're going to be listening to. Just get into it.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Like you're kind of like putting everyone into the stream of the flow, right? You're just like, get in this. And then now they're like enchanted and entranced and ready to receive that. Man, the overture. Very underrated.
That's right.
I have always figured out the times that I'm, you know, in between jobs or whatever, for me, because I can obsess about myself as an actor, like, oh, you know, we're dealing with a lot of rejection, right? And right now we're just taping and sending stuff out. And it's just like, what is this, you know? And so you can really get lost into the world of like, where do I fit and what's happening? And I realized that for me, the way to get out of that is to be of service. Right now I'm doing a lot of work with something that we created called Ham for Progress, and, you know, meeting every single week to figure out ways that we can help campaigns or help further social justice. I also have been a part of, for the first time in my life, like book clubs. I'm a part of a Women of Color book club, and we're reading authors that are all of color and predominantly women. And then we really have like 2-hour deep dive discussions about them. And it just has opened my mind and actually made me have community in a very different way, because I think when you're doing Broadway, it's like, especially if you're leading a show, you don't really have a life. Like it's golden handcuffs, which is beautiful, but you don't really have the ability to spend hours with your family. I'm like, I only want to work with companies and work with people who have a similar and aligned vision. And so that's been like it's been a big change. It's been really hard. It's hard to lose your job and to lose prospects. But it's also been really eye-opening and bizarrely wonderful in a lot of ways, of me finding myself reattaching myself with my family.
It's funny because before I was an actor, I was from a military family, so I was used to moving around all the time and constant change, and so I feel like that life. Oh yeah, you too. This life, that life really equipped me for this life, and I think it's true. We're very resilient, and and we're good at keeping a bunch of balls in the air, and I see so many people doing it. Like, I mean, I run a non-for-profit theater company here in Toronto. And so that's been keeping me crazy busy, but it's a wonderful opportunity, right? To as much as we can with our small budgets, try to keep people employed and to try to create opportunities for people and for new Canadian work to come out. And there's and I'm also a mom, and you're a mom too, right? You've got kids?
I've got a kid.
Oh, a kid. Yeah. So I've got a kid. I've got a son.
Elvis is her kid's name.
That's your son, Elvis. Oh my gosh. I have Henry. But I mean, that is like a full-time job. And I've also written a musical that Jenn is starring in. And so we've been working on that. We just did a workshop of that about a month and a half ago. But we've potted. So my son is potted with 2 other little kids who are the same age as he is. And so instead of doing homeschool or sending them to school, because we were all worried about COVID, they are doing online school together. So each of the families, we take a day a week, and sometimes we take 2 days a week, and the kids come over and we do like creative arts. We did yesterday, you know what I mean? We do like all the online school, but then I get to teach them French and music, and they've got a little band called Sweet Thunder. So we've been doing all sorts of fun things with them. So it's a really wonderful community. This little community of Stratford is like a little mini, I don't know what, it's like a gorgeous small town, but you've got, very talented people and lots of people working in the arts and all different kinds of disciplines around. So it's a great place to have kids and to be, spending this time.
Sorry, my dog is like going crazy.
It's the dog moment.
Yes, it is. It is the dog moment.
Oh, do you have Krystal Joy? What kind of dog is that?
He's a Cavalier Poodle. Is yours a Maltipoo?
This a Yorkie
Poo. Yorkie Poo.
Stella Colella. Stella Callista Colella.
That's right.
Watching my husband folding the green screen.
That's hilarious and awesome.
It was him trying to learn how to do it, and for the longest time, I would be like, this is my favorite show, and I would just sit on the couch and watch him try to do it, and he watched a million YouTube videos and read all the instructions online and all this stuff, and it was a disaster every single time. And I have such a terrible time with it. It's not like I'm any good at it. So finally, he figured it out, and now he's just so proud of himself, and he can't wait to you're done with the audition. Let's fold that screen.
I'm going to say The Office. I know I'm late to the game, but we started watching it. How long ago now? A couple months ago, but I know everyone's seen it already. For the last 10 years, it's been the thing of the past. But my goodness, I just discovered it, and I just—it's
a treat. At the end of the day, it's
pretty funny. I mean, or it doesn't have to be The Office. Just whatever. Just find cute cat videos or puppy videos or something, and it's just that's what I do with my son when he's overwhelmed. I'm like, we're gonna watch some cute puppy videos right now for the next 20 minutes, and that just makes everything a little sunnier.
The Golden Girls, and I recently started watching Designing Women, and I was like, wait, this is impeccable writing.
Right.
It's on Hulu. It's actually quite brilliant.
Indeed.
The writing, especially when you're just looking at it from a purely almost feministic standpoint, it is very, very good, and some of the performances are just so stellar. And the monologues, they just monologue for days. So that going back and looking at that has always just kind of given me a chuckle of just and then seeing how far we've come and how far we have to go and stuff. It's just quite brilliant. But Golden Girls is always that's what I go to bed to. I'm just let me just put on some Golden Girls. What are my ladies doing? They're ridiculous.
Yeah, finding things comforting before bed, like The Office with Chilina for sure. I've been reading Pema Chodron's book, Living Beautifully in Challenging Times. I really, really enjoy her. She's always been a guiding light for me. And meditation actually puts me in a space where I can remember to be present and to take each emotion as it comes and let it pass through me. And like dancing in the kitchen with Shalina and Henry and Stella, if one of us started dancing, like nobody's weird alone, we would all join in. And it's just some of my favorite moments of the past 11 months for sure.